On this episode...
Jody, why are you ordering ColoGuard?
I didn't, but we'll talk about it. Hey, we also talk about the UFC fight that happened Saturday night. And we also talk about the 550 geese that got murdered close to our location.
How rude.
I am upset about it. That and a lot more. Check it out.
We'll check you out.
Welcome back. Episode 76. We are your hosts, Jody
And Amanda.
and this is called This, That, and the Other podcast. Thank you for listening. We've got some exciting things to talk about today since we haven't recorded in a few weeks. But we can't squeeze it all in, so we're just going to have to pick the things that's been happening the last couple of days.
Like your colon?
Well, I don't know about my colon, but... So I've turned 50. We've done it. We have done a podcast since I've turned 50.
Yes, we have.
Okay.
But not
We didn't
about
So
what we got in the mail.
In the mail, I got a ColoGuard. Sent me a thing in the mail. Said
Had no clue what it was.
Yeah, said it's time.
I thought you ordered it.
No, I did not order it.
I come home and it's sitting there.
I know. All we can figure out is that the insurance is now sending these out.
Because I get a text at least once a week saying, hey, you need to send it back. I think they're going to boot you off the insurance if you don't.
You know, I would not be surprised if that happened. You know, with AI and all this stuff going on, and any way they can boot you off of an insurance policy, I'm sure they will. So they're just trying to save money. So instead of you going to get examined, I guess it's easier for you to poop in a bag, seal it up,
put it in the fridge.
Put it in a box, send it back, and then. But the thing about that too, I don't like about that's why not send a blood sample? It's the same thing. Now they're getting your DNA.
Yep.
So then they sell that to China.
They're going to sell your DNA?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're cloning. They'll clone you.
Oh, we don't need another one of you.
No, you're right.
Darn.
So I just thought that was weird. And is that a common thing? So when anybody out there that turned 50, did you get a ColoGuard
without requesting it?
Test box, I guess you'd say.
And they keep hounding me about it.
I want to know the guy that works at the office at ColoGuard that his responsibility is to open up the boxes.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
You don't want to know what it looks like.
But I'm just saying, what is the protocol?
I don't know. But I'm glad I don't have that job.
So
I guess somebody's got to do it. But.
Yeah, since I turned 50, and that was in March, so been 50 for a few months. I got on a kicker yesterday. I was talking to you, and I don't think you really agreed with me, but you gave me a little bit of pushback, but I don't agree with birthday parties. We just had...
You're not a mom.
We had a couple that we know that had another birthday party that they had to go to yesterday. And so when you got small kids, you're just covered up. That's why I wouldn't want my kids to have many friends, because you're all the time going to birthday parties. I know. But listen to the whole thing I got to say, my spiel. All right, your 1-year-old birthday, yes, have a party. Celebrate it.
They don't even remember at 1-year-old.
I know, but it's a big milestone. Family wants to be involved in that. And let's skip to, say, 5. Now you're 5 years old. Sure, do a birthday. 10, possibly. 13, yes, because now you're coming of age.
Are you?
Yeah.
At 13?
15, 16, definitely. 17, maybe 18, 19, 20, maybe. 21, definitely. And then after that, just start going to 30, 40. So we're skipping year 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, keeping 10, getting rid of 11 and 12, getting rid of 14, getting rid of 17, 18, 19. That's a lot of parties that you'd have. And knowing people, you're going to parties all the time, birthday parties. So let's just get rid of them.
All the time.
There's no sense in celebrating. Why are you celebrating someone that's turning 4 or 7? That's
Why not?
You turning 5? Yes, I consider that's hey, you're starting
that's a whole hand
kindergarten.
Of fingers.
Yeah. 10, possibly. 13, yeah. But 15, 16.
You're going to get feedback on this.
Maybe so, but I think people are going to agree. If you've got more than one child, if you got 2 or 3 kids, You know what? Birthday parties are a hassle. It really is. Whether you're putting the party on or you're having to go to the party. I know of times when you've got 2 or 3 parties that you had to go to on a Saturday, but you got too many friends. And there's another thing. Why? Stop being so sociable and stop getting all these friends. And now you're obligating yourself to where on your off day. Now
You're horrible.
We're just going to birthday parties that you don't want to be there to begin with.
You're horrible.
I'm just saying. So you don't agree with anything I just said?
Nope.
You agree some with the birthdays, right? Skip some of them. You don't have to celebrate it.
You still having a little family birthday?
I mean, you might have a little get together. I mean, you ain't got to invite grandma and grandpa or anything like that. But we'll have you a cupcake and here's you $5.
Oh, whoa, $5.
And then let's go on with our life today. Congratulations, you're 6 years old. You don't care. You're not going to remember it. You might be sad today, but 3 years
So
from
we're
now,
not buying presents either?
No, I don't think don't go all out. No.
That's nice.
We're putting too much emphasis on birthdays.
If you say so, you might get some hate.
Oh, well, maybe so.
The moms are coming out of the woodwork.
That's how I feel about that. Turning topics, we watched UFC fighting last night. We've gotten into watching the fights. We're not heavy into it, but we've watched maybe the last 3 or 4 that they've had coming out. Have we not? We definitely watched Freedom 250 that was at the White House, which we talked about that on the last episode, which I didn't really agree with it being there, but hey, we watched it. But last night it started, and I like it because it's on Paramount. Is it Paramount Plus or what is that?
Yeah.
Paramount Plus,
yeah.
The site, the streaming site, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
So we had it going. It started a little bit earlier than I was expecting, and now we're doing and not to change topics, but I'm hot and heavy in these catfish videos now.
Oh Lord,
late in the
it's
evening.
not videos.
Lives on TikTok.
Thank you.
So I'm doing a live on TikTok most evenings with feeding catfish and having a lot of good feedback on it. A lot of people watching, a lot of comments. A lot of follows.
I'm going to slap you.
I'm not trying to be smart or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's really enjoyable to see when people are asking questions on where I'm at, what I'm feeding them, how many catfish are there. It's just really amazing. But anyway, so I'd set the TV up outside at the fire pit. Was going to possibly just build a small fire because, it is 93 degrees outside. And but had it at the fire pit, had it going. They were already fighting when I turned it on out there, and I still had my live to do on TikTok. So talked Amanda into going down there, so we were doing the live and all that. Anyway, we got done with that. By the time we got done with that and got up there to watch, it was like 8:15, and so I decided to turn the TV off outside, bring it back in, because we use our bedroom TV, because it's light. It's a bigger TV, but it's very light. Manageable, put it that way. So I got the extension cord. I put everything up. I was done in like 5 minutes putting the stuff up. And we decided we just sit inside. We're nice and cool and relax and watch the fights. So we watched the fights. Let's fast forward to the last fight, and it started about 10:30. Is that right?
If you have this recorded, the fight recorded, and you hadn't watched it, tune away.
Yes. But surely you're going to know by the time this comes out.
Surely.
Because everybody's talked about it that I know of. I was at church today and we was talking about it. But the last fight, Conor McGregor, big comeback. That's what this was supposed to be. I think it's been 5 years since he's fought. Or at least he broke his leg 5 years ago. Broke his left leg while fighting. So this is his comeback. And I got on if you don't ever get on the Poly market, it's just,
Poly?
Yeah. Poly market. You get on there and people are betting, it's just odds of anything and everything. Daily life events. And there's somebody's betting on it. But the odds were 28% were for him winning. But it was the other guy, I think it was 72%. They thought he was going to win. Anyway, the fight starts 10:30. It's a little bit ahead of schedule because some of the fights ended very quick. The one before this one ended like within a minute, minute and a half. Yeah, he put
it was before a minute, I think.
He put the rear naked chokehold on this guy and basically passed him out. I just say I don't ever want a man to put a rear naked chokehold on me.
Well,
and if it ever happens, I'm not telling anyone.
okay.
That's a weird name. But
Why is it named that?
I don't know, because he's on the back side of him.
Okay, that's enough.
The nakedness of it, I don't know why, but the chokehold is definitely, it's like a 3-point position. They have to have their arms in 3 different.
And you could tell when he got up, he was gone. He just laid there.
He was in such a position that the ref could not. Is it a ref? Is that what they call him? Judge? Umpire? What do you call him?
I guess it's a ref, not a judge.
No, and it's not an umpire. Wrong sport. He was laying down there beside him. He did not have a good view. And this is what scares me. When it gets to this point right there, I'm thinking, I'm tensing up. I'm like, Winston was right in my lap, and I think I was starting to squeeze him because I was just concentrating on this. I was feeling sorry for the guy. I'm thinking, man, I hate the idea of them getting their neck in a bad situation to where it feels like, it's going to really do damage. But he could not see to see if the guy needed to tap out or see if he's choking, if he's dead, so to speak. But he's trying to get his arm pulled out from under him so he can kind of like raise it up and see if the arm's dead. And sure enough, he did it, and the arm was dead. So he had to push the guy off of him. So, yeah, it worked. But anyway, so that fight ended so quick that it pushed the main fight up probably 20 minutes or so.
But can we talk about the intro to these people? Why?
The last 2 fights, the intros were so long. It seemed like, I would say 30 seconds at the most. You got your music, whatever, speech, whatever's going on, background about your story, and then bam, they're walking out. But these seem like
forever.
2 minutes.
You lose me.
Yes.
I get lost.
Yes.
I'm done.
But anyway, so they came out. Conor McGregor came out when it first started, and he did a kick, and he slipped in the ring and hit the ground. And this happened twice. Was it the third time? That they just thought that he was slipping, but what happened, the first kick that he made, the pressure, not the leg he was kicking with, but the other one that was planted.
The one he come down on.
Yeah, that his knee gave out. And so he couldn't put any pressure on that leg, and so I think the fight lasted something like 32 seconds, and it was over, and he lost.
I was so mad, because I could have been in the bed an hour ago.
It was going to be such a good fight.
Was it?
Yeah, he shouldn't have came out kicking. That was the thing. I think he changed his style. You know that they study each other's patterns and all that, so you don't want somebody to know exactly.
You want surprise attack.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's
surprise
doing.
to him.
Yeah. I don't think he'll ever, that's going to be a year-long commitment on getting healthy from that injury. So I don't really see him being able to fight. And he just had
surgery on the other leg, or last year or whatever?
Oh, no, it's been 5 years since he broke it.
Oh, okay. I guess I thought.
So that's why it was like a major comeback.
Gotcha. Well, he didn't come back too good.
No, and I hate it. I've never watched him live. I've never seen him fight because, like I said, we just now got into this. I did watch him when he boxed Mayweather. And by the way, Mayweather is worth $650 million, and he just filed bankruptcy.
He's not worth nothing.
He just wrote a $40,000 bad check, and then that caught up with him, and then I've come to find out he's broke. I watched a video. They were talking about it, and they showed these videos, and it was what he was putting out on Instagram. And it was a story to where he said, when we travel, and if we're staying for 10 days, and he opened up a box, he said, I bring 10 watches. And all these watches are worth over $1 million each.
Wow.
And then he says, if we decide that we're going to stay longer than that, we're going to stay 20 days, I bring 10 more watches. And he opened up another box beside that. And if I decide I want to stay 5 more days, he opened up another box, and there's 5 more. And he was showing the last one he opened, the watch was worth $16.2 million.
Ridiculous.
So he had $100 million worth of watches.
Wow.
That he traveled just because he shows his money. That's his problem. He spent all his money, and that's what happens with people. They got all this money and they just waste it. If you're spending that kind of money on watches, yeah, you $650 million you've gone through real quick. Mike Tyson did the same thing. He had tigers. He had all this kind of stuff. He lost a ton of money.
I remember that. Tigers.
Yeah. If you had that kind of money and you wanted to buy $1 million watch, knock yourself out. That's great. Maybe a $5 million watch, but not when you've got, 50 watches and all of them are at least $1 million or more. That is stupid. That is stupid.
Mm.
But anyway, so I did watch that boxing match, which he wasn't a boxer. Conor McGregor wasn't, but we actually went over. I took Nicholas. We went over to, I'm not going to say their name, but some people from church went to their house. He's got a hot dog wagon this past a few weekends ago.
You went to their house?
Yeah, we went to watch it, yeah. His son, their house.
Do not remember.
Because I kept calling him Mayflower.
What is it?
Mayweather.
Oh, I did think it was Mayflower. For some reason, because of you make me think it.
I make you think of the Pilgrims?
Yeah.
Talking to Mike.
Talk about the Pilgrims anymore.
Talking to Mike. Oh. No, they're afraid, we're losing track of our history. You can't talk about anything anymore. I was watching, I listened to all these podcasts, but I can't remember now if they were talking, if they had an interview with somebody, but one of the places in Washington, one of the historical sites in Washington, it wasn't the, what's the big science one that's got 2 or 3 buildings? Y'all probably went to it.
Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian.
What?
I don't think it was the Smithsonian, but they have taken down like George Washington's section. Any of the past presidents that had a bad rap that might have to do with slavery or anything like that, they basically have erased them from this facility.
Oh, my.
But they had, they had sections in there about the history. They had, one was like chest binders. Do you know what that is?
No.
We'll just say transgender type stuff. That stuff was included in the history of America.
Here we go.
And so it's crazy. The world is crazy right now. Just when you think it can't get any crazier, but.
Just when you think we can't get any crazier, don't you got a story?
I do have a story.
Crazy story? I'm going to let you tell your story.
Okay. We've noticed, I have noticed in the last 2 weeks, we live on Lewis Smith Lake. We're in central Alabama. I feel like I'm doing my spiel.
Are you telling everybody where we live?
Yeah. So this is a big lake. This lake is like close to 600 miles of shoreline. Like 22,000 acres of water. So it's a big lake. We have gotten geese on this lake. Geese used to not be on this lake, but I mean, and we've had geese on this lake for years now. I'd say, 15 years? 10 years?
Time gets away.
I know, time does get away. Slowly you started seeing them, and now we've got geese on the lake. We've had them in our front yard before. So I've gotten come outside one time, and we had like 30 geese in the yard, and they poop everywhere. They do make a mess. They're cool to look at. They're cool to kind of play around with. You just don't want them on your property because they will poop on everything. They make a mess. And the babies are cute when they're born and they're swimming around, all that. So they do flybys in the evenings. You can sit out there and there'll be 5 come by. You might see a V formation. You might see 10 of them come by. But you're always hearing them, off in the distance and all that. The last 2 weeks, I have heard nothing. I have seen not a geese, not a goose, nothing. No flyovers, no honking, nothing. And
how's a goose sound?
Oh. You didn't think I did you?
I didn't.
Yeah, something like that. So I just noticed, where are the geese at? Where are the geese? They just don't disappear. They're always here. You see them, you hear them. If you don't see them, you're going to hear them, no doubt. Well,
they were hibernating.
I found out. I think this is part of what's happened to them. So there is a story, and this is going to be off of WAFF Channel 48 News. This is like a minute-long little clip. And I'll let this run. I'll try and get the sound right. Sometimes it skips the very beginning of the video, so we'll try and get it right. And then after it, I will comment. So let's get this thing started.
USDA just completed one of the largest Canada geese culls in its wildlife biologists' history that they've ever carried out. It follows weeks of controversy, protests, and even death threats.
More than 500 geese were euthanized overnight at the Heritage Plantation in Madison.
So the HOA over at Heritage Plantation confirming the USDA captured and euthanized 550 geese overnight. The agency gave the green light to cull the geese after the overpopulation reached 5 times the safe threshold recommended by the USDA. The board cited health concerns, including people getting sick, as well as dogs, swans, and 16 geese dying of avian flu.
Moving forward, the USDA stated to prevent another overpopulation situation, the HOA must enforce strict mitigation efforts. That means a no feeding policy, harassing any geese they see, and oiling any geese eggs. If the eggs are coated in 100% food-grade corn oil, it will close the pores on that egg, which will then stop the embryo from developing.
Okay. My point of that being is Madison is up towards Huntsville. That's about 2 hours from here. So if you read other ones, they say 500, at least 550 geese were euthanized. They were captured, then they were euthanized. 550 geese, that's a lot of geese. So is this random? I don't see any geese anymore. Don't hear a goose. And then two hours from here, they've killed 550 geese.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of geese. So my point being is I thought these geese just hang out.
Migrated.
So maybe they're traveling. They've got different sites. And this private lake, now get this is a HOA. Do y'all know what a HOA is? Homeowners Association. They've got enough control that they can get the government involved and kill 550 geese just because.
Can we get a HOA for the turtles?
Yeah. We got turtles out here oh my goodness, now that we feed all these fish, these turtles are crazy.
And you can't touch them?
I would do something crazy like that just so we could do something with the turtles. Kill them, something. I don't know. I know that's mean to say.
Don't kill them.
Yeah, you're right. Transport them somewhere else. But back to the geese. But you're telling me they have enough clout, enough power that they can just dial a 1-800 government and get the USDA to come down here.
And it didn't take them long to do it. Have they been?
They said overnight. They made it sound like they brought in.
Right.
What kind of team? So this is.
How do you do that?
This is tax dollars. How
you know
many?
What? It's got to be somebody that was like already had his foot in the door.
You had some guy that's retired that was in government that's part of this HOA, and he's going to say, I know somebody.
I know somebody that knows somebody, and we can get this handled.
So are you talking about like 2 Greyhound buses of USDA people came in with their little whatever to catch these geese? Because there is no way they did this overnight. They're saying overnight. Did they really catch all these geese in one?
You gotta have a lot of people to do that.
I would think so. So
there's no way.
So you brought in an army of agents. And what y'all's mission? We're killing some geese. And I guess they're good with it. I'm not good with it. Now look, I don't live there. This could be like a traumatic thing. This could be like there is geese out of control and it is causing problems. Maybe it was all this poop everywhere. It's damaging. I've read and watched like 5 different stories on this. They were talking about it was killing the fish population because of so much poop that was getting in the water. It was affecting the fish. It killed some of the geese died, and they said, one story said like 100 swans had died.
From the poop?
Well, from this avian flu that apparently is coming from these geese. And then they said some of these pets had died. What's real about the pets dying? I don't know. To some point, if you're trying to get something to happen, you might add to your story a little bit to make it sound a little bit.
But how do they do it overnight?
I don't know.
And now
where do you dispose these geese at? That's a lot of meat.
I
don't understand too. You could feed people. People eat geese. It's like duck.
Really?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I know people eat duck. I don't know if they eat geese. I'm sure that people somewhere eat geese. But look, this is our geese have to be part of the 550 that got culled. Has to be.
Because they're gone now.
Because they're gone. But
Did you ask your friend if he had seen any?
I asked, yeah, no, I'm going to say his name. I did, and he said he's seen some geese. He's just around the bend from us. There's no way. If I'd got a chance to talk to him today, I'd almost called him a liar to his face, because there's no way. Because I would hear that if he says he see geese,
You would have heard them.
we hear them. We're that close. There's no way.
Unless they're coming during the day when you're not home.
They're not, because the evening time they do flybys. Well, you learn these patterns. Yes, you learn these patterns. The house that's right across from us, right over here, it's got, 3 sides surrounded by water. I call that Geese Island because they always are there. And that's where that's just where they're at. When they come in.
Did we see anyone we kayaked a couple of weeks ago?
No. That's why I thought this was very unusual, because I hadn't seen it. I was like, man, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this.
But we've seen a stork this week.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's different.
So.
I mean, we're not talking about the bird population that died off.
I just try and think what I've seen.
Yeah. I mean, then the ducks are still here.
Ducks are here.
So the ducks are here, the storks are here, or a crane, whatever you want to call them. Mm-hmm. The geese are gone. And so a 2-hour, so if I drive 2 hours to Madison to where they killed us on this private lake in this HOA plantation, I'm going to call it, how far of a flight is it for geese? Is it 20 minutes to get there? So it's easy for geese, so they're going from different lakes and different places because they can do that. I don't know the pattern, but I'm thinking that some of our geese were part of the 550. Y'all tell me if you know about geese. Tell me. But I am very interested in this for the simple fact that there is nothing. They have disappeared, unless the word got put out. Did one goose escape and said, "Hey guys, they are rounding us up and killing us. Everybody head somewhere"?
You think they put out an all call?
I think maybe they
beware.
Maybe they went back to Canada. They said this American thing ain't working out. What do you think? Maybe. Are you looking it up on your phone or what? Are you really?
Yeah.
What are you looking up?
How far is it for geese to fly from Smith Lake, Alabama to Madison County?
You should have just said how long a 2-hour trip.
Yeah, I meant how long, and I put how far.
Do I need to do it?
65 to 85 miles, Canada geese could typically make the flight in an hour and a half to 2.5 hours under normal conditions.
So see, that's not feasible to me.
With a strong tailwind, they could arrive at an hour and a half.
Well, see, that's still too far.
So the wind helps them.
I still say that's too far. I do not feel like these geese would go to Madison.
Geese generally cruise at 30 to 50 miles per hour.
Yeah, so we're talking that's too far for them to go.
So that's not your geese.
So
your geese are just gone.
But they never... What's the coincidence then? If these geese aren't a part of that...
This is what you said. It's just a quinky dink.
The geese never leave.
Just a quinky dink.
Okay.
Must be.
I mean, maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and hear them out there honking.
I bet
then we'll do the next episode and I'll say, look, they're back. So apparently this wasn't. But it's weird how all this has happened at the same exact time. Killing off all those geese.
Where did you even hear that about the HOA thing?
I ran across it somewhere. I heard them say, because I didn't believe it. They said they killed 550 on a private.
So Facebook heard your thoughts about the geese not being here and they pulled that for you.
No, because I don't do Facebook notifications and I don't get on Facebook. But after I got this story, I did go on Facebook today to see what stories they had. So, but actually I went on, I just Googled it and read the stories. And then for this, I thought, well, if I can find a minute-long clip of the news, that will put it on there. So, yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. I just, I didn't believe it because there was so many geese. Because they were saying it's a private lake. A private lake, of course, is not big. Think of a pond and just add a little bit to it.
Yeah.
And it's a lake. And the pictures they showed, it's not big at all. And if there's 5, that's a lot of geese for that, what I was looking at, if that's the case. So maybe, I don't understand how you can get away now with they're talking about putting 100% canola oil. Is that what they said? Or castor oil?
On the eggs.
On the eggs to keep
them
hatching. Yes. My goodness. when you talk about inhumane things, everybody wants to pick their battle. I get that. But my goodness, when something is just affecting your little daily life, all of a sudden we're going to be, any other time, they would be like, I love these swans. I love these geese.
Jody,
I love these pets and all
you're
this.
particular
But
about
then-
your yard. If
I know-
they were in your yard, you would be trying to get them
Well,
out of there.
Yeah, and I'm going to figure something out before I get the shotgun out and just start blasting
I'm
every
just
one of
saying.
them. There's, I would think, and they did say that they tried some different ways of getting them gone. Who knows what that
In
was.
one night?
No. They had made it sound like they'd tried to
Oh,
do
they've been trying.
some
They
stuff,
just killed
yeah.
them in one night.
But if they were all out there going, shoo, get out of here, and they had brooms in their hand, then they didn't try hard enough. But they made
I
it
try
sound
harder than that with a stupid cat.
They made it sound like, and maybe, if you put like a scarecrow up here and there, maybe they're trying crazy stuff like that. That's not going to, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe I should Google and see how you get rid of 550 geese without killing them. Maybe that's what they should have done. But I don't know. My thing being is I never knew HOA had this kind of power.
Cool.
Yes, that's crazy.
Somebody in that HOA had something else.
I've complained a lot on this. Well, I don't care for birthdays. I'm getting where I don't care about UFC because the fights look like I know it wasn't staged.
Staged.
What else did I-
Scripted.
Scripted. That's it.
Scripted.
HOA, I've never been a big fan of. I would never live in a HOA. What else did I complain about?
I don't know. Being 50.
Being 50 and getting ColoGuard sent to your house randomly without ordering it. And you thought I ordered it.
I did.
That's
I did.
That was the craziest part of the whole story. Like, why would I just randomly order?
Because who knows what you're going to do?
I want to do something like that.
Who knows what you're going to do?
I don't even know what that means. You saying that statement, that makes no sense to me. Who knows what you're going to do?
Exactly.
I don't run that way.
I never know what you're going to come up with next.
Hmm.
You're always thinking of something else.
I think different, that's no doubt.
All right. I'm done.
What? You didn't come to the table with anything?
I didn't because I'm struggling over here right now.
Are you?
So,
one thing, and let me run this by you since we're live and a lot of people is listening.
Great.
And I just don't want to make you mad.
Oh,
I want to see
you've
if
already
this,
pissed me off. I'm going.
Please don't say that. I'm going to get that little beeper in here
I
on
don't
this
care.
and start
Get
editing.
the beeper.
I
That's
know,
me.
but you don't.
Live with it.
I'm gonna have to hit that
Beep it.
explicit content
I don't care.
mark when I release this. So the TikTok account that I'm doing the fishing videos, it's this, that, and other podcast. And so now all that's on there is wildlife stuff. I want to change the name of that account
I don't care.
to like Lake Life Adventures, something like that.
Do it.
Okay.
Whatever.
'Cause
You're
I
just
just-
trying to kick me out of everything.
No, I
so
just think
go ahead.
I just feel like it's when people see that account, it's like I don't quite understand the name of the account, and then our pictures.
This, that, and the other.
Yeah, but it's our pictures, and it says podcast, and then here I am feeding.
You're just trying to kick
catfish
me
in.
out. So go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
See?
I'm gonna go drink my Coke Zero and go eat some pizza. All right, you got anything else?
No, I'm struggling.
If y'all look at the description right above it, it says send us fan mail, or it just says send us a message. It says something like that. You can text us. Send us a text. We'll reply. We'll try to reply. But if you got any comments, questions, any ideas, any subject matter you would like for us to talk about, please send it my way. Don't send it Amanda's way because she's not going to do the research. But I
You
will.
got that right.
I'll do the legwork. I'll do the research, and we'll make it happen.
You send questions.
I'll lead this thing, huh?
You send questions.
Send
I can
questions.
handle questions.
Yeah.
I'm not researching nothing.
I'll research it. I like researching stuff. Yeah, do that. And if you hadn't hit that follow button, hit that follow. Hit that review as long as it's a 5-star. We need that. People don't do that. I don't either. I listen to a lot of podcasts.
I know you tell people to do that, and then you're one to
I know.
talk. You don't like anybody's anything. You don't follow anybody. You tell them to follow you, and then you don't follow nobody or like their stuff.
And that's okay.
Really?
And don't have birthdays. I'll celebrate my birthdays, but don't have birthdays. Parties. You can have birthdays. Everybody got a birthday.
You
Just
gotta
don't
have
have
a
a
birthday.
party with it. So yeah, like, follow, rate, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. but we do. We appreciate you listening. And listen to our next episode when you might hear Amanda say,
Where are the geese? Peace.